Wellbeing Matters is a nationally recognised social prescribing approach which helps build capacity in the VCSE ecosystem in Salford through volunteering and voluntary action. Wellbeing Matters is led by Salford CVS and through Salford Third Sector Consortium and our partner VCSE anchor organisations that employ our community connectors. Our social prescribing approach connects individuals to VCSE sector and wider community to support wellbeing. Community connectors support and enable people to access non-medical support within their neighbourhood by connecting them to local activity and provision that is tailored to them.
My job really is to find out what Brian's interests are, basically to get to know him, to find out what his motivations are, what he enjoys doing, and kind of the second part of my job is to find out what's going on within the local area and then see if we can match people to community groups or activities that match their interests. Brian was quite straightforward, to be honest with you, because when we spoke he was quite open about his interests. He's quite an arty person, he loves to sing, he likes drawing, he likes just going out for a chat and a coffee. So straight away I thought of this group. So during our second meeting we arranged to meet here and we come for a coffee, introduce him to the group, and he's gone from strength to strength since then.
Well, it's given me more confidence and more belief in myself, and that there are organisations around that can support you, where before I didn't know about these things, so I was more depressed in myself and stopping indoors. But now that Andy's introduced me to various things, i.e. Connect, and I've been more outgoing and confident in myself. So I've had something to focus on, been not focusing on something, so I can draw a line under my depression when it comes up. At least I know I've got somewhere to go and people to talk to. It does explain things properly, and it doesn't push things onto you, so, you know. I always leave it optional. If you don't want to talk about something, you don't need to. But I find it easier to talk to Andy, and quite a few that I've met along the way to do with the mental health, because not just the staff but the clients, we are in the same boat sort of thing, and we understand each other. I found well-being very helpful, and a lot of people I've spoken with have said the same thing, that they've enjoyed the support from well-being. And I was referred through my doctor, and I didn't know these things before, like I said before, but been great.
It's busy, it's fun, and it's just a live community that takes place. It's to run it with a team of volunteers where they're still too anxious to come. They want to, so they get a weekly phone call from myself and another volunteer. And then we gently try to just encourage them to come. And when they do come, they're met with volunteers, myself and others, to settle down.
I've got to know the staff, the clients here, and they're all friendly people. You know, we're just like one really. We don't see each other as a staff member. It's just like we're just all in one situation. And mental health is, it's great. We do art, we do the gardening, and which is therapeutic. So that's what I enjoy it. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, and I'm only local as well, so it's easy to get to.
These groups are so easy to refer into. We know exactly what they do. They're really welcoming. They'll welcome us down so we can find out what's going on. They're really open. They'll tell you what they've got on. So these groups are vital to the community.
That's the success of Connect Community Group and Centre, is the fact the volunteers make the dream work. We have a saying, when the team works, the dream works.
So when they first went into the premises, they were doing things which, particularly their meals and their music, were things that I could see would be a real benefit for community connectors to get into. As a group, they also wanted a little bit of help and support. They were growing, and so one of the things that we helped them get some funding for was their singing group. I think the money's got a really big impact on what we do with some of these groups. It just enables them to put time and effort into things that they just don't have the resources for otherwise. They've got the people, they've got the space, but they can't provide the food necessarily, or the art materials, or sometimes it's the insurance. So that little bit of money goes a very long way in the voluntary sector.